Lagos mainland. May 2025. There was nothing poetic about suffering, but still, Town tried to carry hers with dignity. She used to sew uniforms for school children, neat stitches, clean collars. Mothers brought fabric. Fathers brought faded pictures of what they wanted for their daughters, futures with better chances than theirs. Back then, life had a rhythm. But in 2022, the local government released a contract to digitize school clothing production. Big companies swept in. Town and hundreds like her artisans, tailors, hands that knew fabric like prayer, were suddenly irrelevant. The 600 million Nigerian nairas meant for empowering local tailors evaporated. No apologies. Just silence. By 2023, her shop was padlocked. By 2024, she was squatting in her cousin's boys' quarters. By 2025, she was selling fried yam by the roadside. She still had her daughter, Riri Oluwa. That child was everything. 7 years old, with a soft lisp and big, intelligent eyes. She called Town Mummy Doctor, because Town always fixed things. But some things couldn't be stitched back. Rhea had asthma. The kind that came without warning. The kind that didn't care if you had 8,500 Nigerian nairas for an inhaler or 30,000 Nigerian nairas for a nebulizer. Most nights, Town slept with one ear open, listening to the rise and fall of her daughter's breath like it was a ticking bomb. The day it happened, it rained heavily. The streets flooded. The Danfo buses didn't run. And the chemist shop had run out of Ventolin. Rhea's wheezing started around 1:47 a.m. By 2:15, she was gasping. Town ran barefoot to the general hospital, Rhea wrapped in her only Ankara wrapper. Her daughter's limbs dangled. Her head lolled. At the gate, the security man said, "No space in the children's ward." Inside, the nurse said, "No oxygen. Generator no, get diesel." The matron came much later. She looked at the child, checked her pulse, then looked away. "You should have brought her earlier," she said. Rhea's body went cold in her arms. Town sat for 3 hours in the waiting room, holding her daughter's hand, begging God to reverse it. Maybe if she stayed still long enough, the child would cough, blink, sit up and say, "Mummy Doctor, are we going home?" But that never happened. The hospital wrapped her daughter's body in thin white cloth, like a leftover. She couldn't afford a burial. So she took the only box she had, a small silver box where she used to keep her thread and needles. She placed inside it. Asterisk a photo of Rhea in her school uniform, smiling with cornrows. Asterisk her pink plastic comb. Asterisk her last used inhaler. She didn't cremate the body. But this was her shrine. Her ashes. She carried the box in her purse everywhere. No one asked. No one noticed. After the burial, paid for by her cousin, Town went quiet. The kind of quiet that makes your neighbors start speaking softly around you. She didn't return to the yam stand. She couldn't bear the smell of hot oil anymore. She tried to sell her old sewing machine. The buyer offered 6,000 Nigerian nairas. She tried applying for a federal widow support grant. She wasn't a widow. They didn't even read her form. She tried prayer. But the words felt dry in her mouth. That's when Debbie entered the story. Debbie lived 3 houses away. Nails always done, lashes fluttering like gospel fans, and a car that never had license plates. Big Auntie, Debbie called her. "Why are you doing like the world has ended?" Town said nothing. Debbie leaned in and said the words that would change everything. Suffering is not humility. Use what you have before you become what they pity. Debbie introduced her to Chief. Chief was round-bellied. Smelled like power and cheap cigar. A federal contractor who bragged about ghost projects in Ocean, Nazareth, and Akiti. 1 borehole equals 12 million Nigerian nairas. Dig nothing. Submit papers. Move on. He gave Town 200,000 Nigerian nairas after one night. She didn't speak to him. She didn't kiss him. She lay there, still, dead inside. The next morning, she paid off her cousin's rent. She bought a deep freezer for the neighbor who always gave her water. She paid for a child's surgery at the hospital that let Rhea die. Her soul cracked more every time. But her hands kept giving. One night, Chief was drunk. Laughing. Spilling secrets like gin. He showed her his laptop. Folders labeled Youth Empowerment South-South, Wash Funds Northwest, COVID Relief Phase 2. All fake. Town asked, her voice like sandpaper, what about the children? He waved her off. They don't vote.